Lebanon is a small but beautiful country situated in Western Asia on the Mediterranean Sea. College education is very expensive in Lebanon, so many parents opt to send their children to study abroad. Lebanon's national currency, the Lebanese lira, has been pegged to the US dollar since the 90s, at a rate of $1 to 1,500 liras. The political and economic instability has led to a high demand for the US dollar. With time, the Lebanese lira lost 90% of its value. Many employees were laid off. The salary of some lucky ones who got to keep their jobs was reduced to almost nil. Here is an example. The minimum wage before the economic crisis amounted to $450 a month. After the lira collapse, it shrunk to $45. This made it impossible for parents to send their children any money, so they started visiting government officials, lawmakers, and decision makers. The students too reached out to politicians representing their areas, but they were no help. After much effort and time, a bill was passed allowing parents to transfer funds up to $10,000 at the rate of 1,500 liras to the dollar for the 2021 school year. So, parents hurried to the banks to send their children much-needed dollars, but the banks failed to comply due to the economic tailspin. They refused to wire the money because the dollar had become a rare commodity. Despite their success in lobbying to pass an official bill, parents felt helpless. They couldn't send their children money. They were trapped and didn't know where to go next. The politicians referred them to the central bank and the banks. All they had been left with is despair and hopelessness. Parents had to break the news to their children to return home because they couldn't afford to sustain a living, let alone pay tuition. This is where Humans2Humans steps in.